The Untouchable Fortress, Paris, October 19th. The city awakens slowly on this autumn Sunday, unaware that within hours the impossible will become reality. The Louvre Museum stands majestically along the Seine River, its glass pyramid gleaming in the morning light. For over 2 centuries, this former royal palace has served as the guardian of humanity's greatest artistic achievements. Within its walls lie treasures that transcend monetary value, pieces that carry the weight of civilizations, the dreams of artists, and the soul of France itself. The French don't simply visit the Louvre, they revere it. It's woven into their national identity, a symbol of cultural superiority and historical continuity. Adored after the infamous 1911 theft of the Mona Lisa by Italian handyman Vincenzo Peruggia, which left the nation paralyzed for 2 years, authorities transformed security protocols completely. What emerged was a fortress disguised as a museum, a labyrinth of sensors, cameras, reinforced barriers, and meticulously trained guards operating in synchronized patterns. Every entrance monitored, every corridor mapped, every vulnerable point fortified. The crown jewels housed in the Galerie d'Apollon represented more than wealth. These glittering artifacts, tiaras worn by empresses, ceremonial swords wielded by kings, diamonds that witnessed coronations embodied France's royal legacy. They sat merely 250 meters from Leonardo's masterpiece, protected by vibration-sensitive display cases. Motion detectors, pressure sensors, and bulletproof glass thick enough to withstand hammer blows. The security team boasted that even contemplating a theft here was futile. Yet as the clock approached 9:30 that Sunday morning, a carefully orchestrated plan was about to shatter that confidence forever. The perfect disguise. Deception begins with understanding what people expect to see. The thieves knew this instinctively. They studied the Louvre's rhythms for months. The shift changes, the blind spots, the construction permits issued for ongoing renovations. Sunday mornings offered a golden window. Fewer tourists, reduced staff, slower emergency response times. The museum operated on minimal capacity, believing its reputation alone provided sufficient deterrence. At approximately 9:15 a.m., an ordinary white maintenance truck rolled down Rue de Rivoli, attracting zero attention. The driver wore the distinctive high-visibility yellow jacket that every Parisian associates with legitimate workers. In the truck's cargo bed sat a scissor lift, the kind used daily across Paris for window cleaning, facade repairs, and building maintenance. To passersby, including 2 off-duty police officers having coffee nearby, it appeared completely routine. The truck parked strategically near scaffolding, erected for authentic restoration work on the museum's eastern facade. This wasn't coincidence. The thieves had timed their operation to exploit genuine construction activity. As workers unloaded the lift, pedestrians walked past without a second glance. Security cameras recorded everything, but nobody was watching in real time. Positioning was surgical, close enough to the Galerie d'Apollon's second-floor windows, far enough from main guard stations to avoid immediate scrutiny. 3 men emerged from the truck, each wearing identical yellow jackets and hard hats. They moved with practiced efficiency, assembling the lift's components while maintaining casual conversation, another calculated detail. Nervous criminals draw attention. Confident workers disappear into the urban landscape. By 9:28 a.m., the lift was operational. 2 men stepped onto the platform, while the third remained below as lookout. The platform rose smoothly toward a specific window, chosen after weeks of reconnaissance. 7 minutes of chaos. The second-floor window of the Galerie d'Apollon was reinforced, but not impregnable. At 9:32 a.m., the platform reached its target height. One thief produced a compact blowtorch while his partner readied a battery-powered chainsaw tools, chosen for speed rather than stealth. The blowtorch's blue flame concentrated on the window's locking mechanism, weakening the metal within 90 seconds. The chainsaw roared to life, its teeth biting into the frame's vulnerable points. Inside the gallery, early morning visitors admired gilded paintings and ornate architecture, unaware that above them, glass was shattering. The noise should have been alarming, but the ongoing construction nearby masked the sound perfectly. By 9:35 a.m., the window yielded. 2 figures slipped through the opening with practiced agility, landing softly on the gallery's polished floor. They moved like choreographed dancers, each step rehearsed, No hesitation, no exploration straight. Two specific display cases containing Empress Eugenie's personal collection. These weren't random targets. The thieves knew exactly which pieces combined maximum value with minimum size. Heavy angle grinders emerged from their backpacks, industrial tools capable of cutting through reinforced glass designed to resist sledgehammers. The grinders screamed, sending sparks cascading across marble floors. Vibration sensors triggered immediately, sending alerts to the Central Security Office. But protocol required verification before full lockdown, precious seconds wasted. One tourist attempting to photograph nearby artwork accidentally captured footage that would later become crucial evidence. A masked figure hunched over a shattered display case, gloved hands moving frantically. Within 4 minutes, both cases lay destroyed. 9 specific items disappeared into canvas bags: diamond tiaras, emerald brooches, a ceremonial crown, pearl necklaces pieces collectively valued at 800 million euros. The desperate escape. By 9:39 a.m., alarms throughout the Louvre security network blazed red. Guards sprinted toward the Galerie d'Apollon, while automated protocols initiated building lockdown. Steel barriers began descending over main exits. Visitors experienced confusion first, then panic. Tour guides received emergency notifications on their devices. Evacuate immediately. Criminal activity in progress. But the thieves had already reversed course. Racing back to their entry point, they dove through the shattered window onto the lift platform. The operator below, monitoring police radio frequencies through an earpiece, had already begun lowering the platform. As they descended, one thief's bag snagged on jagged glass. A 19th century crown tumbled out, falling to stories before clattering onto cobblestones, its delicate structure cracking on impact. The thieves didn't retrieve it. Time was more valuable than any single piece. Hitting ground level at 9:42 a.m. They abandoned the lift and sprinted toward 2 idling motor scooters parked around the corner. Helmets already positioned on the seats, engines warm, drivers ready. 4 men mounted the scooters while the 5th, the truck driver, disappeared into the metro entrance across the street, melting into the underground network. The scooters accelerated southward through narrow Parisian streets, weaving between cars with reckless speed. Police vehicles arrived at the Louvre 3 minutes later, finding only abandoned equipment and shattered glass. The scissor lift bore no fingerprints, wiped clean. The truck had been stolen 9 days earlier from a legitimate rental company. The thieves intercepting delivery wearing masks and threatening the driver at knife point. They'd repainted it overnight and installed fraudulent license plates purchased from black market contacts. Nation demands justice. By noon, Paris transformed into a crime scene. Helicopters circled overhead, thermal cameras scanning rooftops. Highway checkpoints materialized on every route leading from the capital. The scooters were discovered within hours, burned 2 frames in an abandoned warehouse in Saint-Denis, along with 3 yellow vests and the canvas bags, all forensically useless. The thieves had planned their cleanup as meticulously as the theft itself. President Macron addressed the nation that evening, his words carrying barely controlled fury. This attack on our heritage will not stand unpunished. Political opponents seized the moment. Marine Le Pen called it a wound to France's soul, while Jordan Bardella termed it intolerable humiliation. The theft became more than criminal investigation. It transformed into national crisis. Interpol distributed alerts across 47 countries. Art recovery specialists warned that the critical first week would determine whether these treasures survived intact or vanished forever into the black market's digestive system. Thieves typically follow one of 3 paths: dismantling pieces to sell gemstones, and gold separately, waiting for insurance companies to offer no questions asked rewards, or selling whole to private collectors through shadowy intermediaries. The Louvre remained closed for 72 hours while investigators processed the scene. When it reopened, visitors found the Galerie d'Apollon transformed empty display cases, serving as accusatory monuments to failed security. The museum implemented emergency upgrades, additional guards, upgraded sensors, reinforced windows throughout. Yet questions lingered like ghosts in those gilded halls. Were these professionals hired by collectors? Did they have inside assistance? Most troubling, this was the 4th Parisian museum hit in 2 months, a pattern suggesting organized coordination. France's cultural institutions faced an unprecedented threat, and the clock was ticking.